everybody. Hi, everyone. How are you? I believe we are live again now. Yeah. So happy to see you inside of our Facebook group, Abundant Entrepreneurs again. Hi, every Monday. Can you imagine that? Today is our 35th episode for our Momentum Monday. Every Monday, 2 p.m. Eastern Time, inside of our Facebook group, Abundant Entrepreneurs. And we are meeting all of you now, sharing every week of new episodes, new inspirations and tips and strategies. And I hope you already enjoyed our previous episodes. We see that all of it's replaced in our group guide. And today, yeah, everyone, I hope you already enjoyed yesterday was the July 4th. Independence Day is a big celebration, and boy, yesterday from the evening, early evening till the very midnight, there's so much fireworks and noise here and there. It's like I came from China, by the way. It's like in China it's like a New Year. It's really like a Chinese New Year. I really enjoyed that day. Okay, yesterday, and had a big family and friends gathering, and also visited. I shared it in my social media. Visited our uncle, like old friends. He's a new hotel just finished the building, the concretion and everything. They are applying to hopefully early next year they could open grand opening of their hotel. So that's a wonderful, inspiring entrepreneur story. I was wondering, Uncle Sam, he has been sharing with us his like a big dreams, and he's not very like fancy dreams, but it's really like step by step, bricks and model kind of a dreams. Oh, after he did some like 30 years ago, before 30 years ago, he immigrated into the U.S. from China with almost nothing. And then so he first started with working with some friends to run a small restaurant, very tiny small restaurant. And then step by step, they accumulated some funds and some resources. And then they started to invest in real estate, beginning with some just like one family building. At first it's just like buying existing building, like flip it up, like a renovation, right? And then sell it. And through all these years, step by step, he accumulated all this kind of funds and resources, and his vision expanded from just like a single family, then to like a multiple families, buildings, and then to condos, bigger condos, and dozens of family condos, and then eventually now is hotel. I was wondering what's Uncle Sam's new vision for his like business. He's now already over 70s, but from his energy, his like strength, I believe he's still expanding his vision. He got two sons already grown up. Both of them has already become entrepreneurs as well, and starting to help their father. So I believe the whole family's vision expanded as well. So beyond what's beyond the hotel, that's will be fun story. So that's just like a beginning of today. Here today, our topic is how to net your dream and vision. Fly again. Why do we say fly again? Did you have, I was wondering, my first question is, can you still remember your first dream? Your first childhood dream? Anyone can still remember it? If you are watching this video, welcome to comment under the video. Let me know what's your first childhood dream. If you can still remember, I hope so, right? And actually, so I believe every child should remember their first dream, because our children, like children are really like the most active and rich imagination kind of a stage of our humans life cycle, right? So I still remember. What's yours? I just wonder. Comment under my video, okay? I will share my first video, and if I have already realized it or not, okay? Let me know. What's your dream? And what was your first dream? And have you already fulfilled it? Or still how far it is from you? Or maybe some of you already forgotten your first dream, or some of you realized that maybe it's not, now you feel like, maybe not realistic, and you just ditch it, right? Do not want to fulfill it anymore. I'm just curious, want to learn what's your first dream. Okay, feel free to comment under my video. Let me know your first dream. And is this still your dream, or you already fulfilled it, or you already like discarded and pursuing new dreams. Okay, let's have some fun here. And now it's my turn to share my first dream with you. Okay, I still remember when I was in elementary school, I was a great student. I really admire my teachers, and they inspired me so much. And it's not a surprise, right? My first dream was I want to become a teacher. Actually, I already fulfilled that dream when I was still like elementary school student because we had like a big community during that time over 30 years over oh my god 40 years ago over 40 years ago how old I am. So over 40 years ago during that time we still like the community is not like now. We are now in the US house by house and you have quite some space, big personal space and distance from your neighbors, right? So it's not like you play together often. But during that time, 40 years ago, back in China, in a small town, we're so close. And like, for example, my parents were working in opera house, and the whole opera's people, we have hundreds of people, and all the families, dozens of families. It's just like open to each other. You can open the door to each other, and most people just staying outside, chat with each other, and the kids playing together in the yard. It's just like a big family. I still remember and really miss that time. It's a beautiful childhood time. So it's a beautiful community. Okay, so I have dozens of other friends. Some of them are similar age elementary school students, and some are younger. So I had a dream, and I started to become a teacher immediately. I organized the people in my like a community in that opera house community around at least like 7 or 8. I could not remember exactly, but I remember quite a few some kids, including the like other kids in my same stage in the same grade and other younger ones. I gather them together, teach them math and the language. We had like a small board, use that like a blackboard and using like white chalk to write and to teach. And that actually helped me to become even better student because I had that inspiration and passion to teach them. So I thought I will become a teacher. And then after I grew up, I remember the first major in the college. I had no clue, so I followed my teacher's recommendation because during that time, computer science, can you remember? That's over 20 years ago, 20 or 30? Let me see, 20 years ago, yeah. No, almost 30 years ago. Gosh, yes, exactly, almost 30 years ago. Um, how old I am? Oh yeah, 30 years ago. Computer science was so popular, and so I followed that simple instruction. Said, oh, because it's popular, and I had a clue what is computer at that time, and I just from opera house to learn computer science. Can you imagine that? And eventually, I found even though that's popular and I did get a great job after my graduation, but I just found my passion was not there with the computer, with the networks, all this kind of hardware. So I'm not interested, and software, no. So and during that time, my childhood memory and dreams woke up, and I was taking like a GRE, TOEFL tests, and preparing to go to the US to further my study. So I decided I will not further in computer science. Actually, I know some. I was taking a contrast like a total different way from most others. Majority other students, they change their own like different majors, want to get into computer science, and that eventually help them to get their jobs, right? And it's like it's a high pay, it's a popular industry even till today, right? But during that time, I was thinking about, okay, I've already experienced it. I know it's not my passion. I need to pursue my passion. So my childhood dream came back to me. I found myself my passion in education. I really want to further that. So I changed my major from computer science to the education major, and I got admitted to Columbia University's the Teachers College. So that's quite, and then they even gave me a grant, so the sponsorship, the scholarship. But the pity is I did not get a chance to really get into Columbia University because the visa. I was in China. I could not in Beijing. I worked there 8 years, but I could not get my visa. What's a big pity, right? I still feel a little bit pity there, but Not really regret it, because guess what? I did not get into the Teachers College of Columbia University, and I cannot get a visa, and my family was did not have enough fund to sponsor me actually for that kind of a full study. And then I sponsored myself while I was working, and also I got the international company I was working and get their sponsorship to finish my executive MBA from Beijing, in Beijing, and from Rutgers University. That time, that's the best university I could find from internationally, from US, the best state university from New Jersey. So I graduated from that, and eventually I came to the US. So my direction changed a little bit, shifted a little bit, right? Initially, I want to continue to pursue the education passion, but then that opportunity, one door closed. It's really like people said, one door closed, another door opened. So I furthered my how to say my my development passion interest in like management, and further down in like strategic consulting, in management consulting, and that eventually helped me also get into a Fortune 100 company's performance management. You see, and during that time, and during the last let's say financial crisis, I lost my that job in the Fortune 100 company on the performance management. But since then, I decided I need to really take my time to find my true passion, and to, reconnect that. It's really like let my passion or dream refly. I decided to become an entrepreneur and spend a half a year with, career coaches, quite a few career coaches help. I found my purpose and passion. I became a happiness coach in 2009, 12 years ago. Wow, that's quite a big story, right? And step by step, and I further clarify my niche, and eventually today I become an abundance soul leadership coach, help other visionary entrepreneurs and discover their purpose and passion, step up and stand out as confident expert and thought leaders in their own niche, so that they could attract more people, more dream clients to serve, and especially make greater impact in this world, transform more lives. So that's my true passion. So feel so blessed. And through all these years, you can see that zip and ups, right? Zip ups, uh, zigzags, like I say, zigzags. I got eventually to my true passion and purpose. And now I've been doing abundance thought leadership coaching for years, for at least 7 years, and I feel true blessed to finally align with my true purpose and passion. And that's it. This journey taught me how never give up. And even though you may not be really on the right track, right? But as long as you keep improve yourself, open yourself to learn, and open yourself to new opportunities, eventually, and keep seeking, eventually you get to the purpose, the call you are really prepared for. Okay. So, but today I want to really say, help you to how you can let your dream and vision fly again. Okay, no matter what we talked about your childhood dream, and no matter what is that dream, have you fulfilled it or not, eventually you will find a greater one, right? Like for example, I initially want to be a teacher, and now today I'm a coach and mentor. Is even much better than just be a teacher, right? Teacher, I'm not like how to say de-evaluate like teachers. They're great, they teach people's knowledge. That's really first step. We all need great teachers, more great teachers. Okay, and but as a coach and mentor, I feel like even I can do even more, inspire people's mind, their heart, their spirit, open themselves to embrace, like create, really create the big potential, unlimited potential. So that's why I feel like now my vision, my dream from the early, that little dream, that little first dream, right, become a teacher, expanded through all these years till I become today. I am, and I'm still expanding, still evolving. I know I will tomorrow, then today's of me, tomorrow I will keep growing and will always expand my vision as well. And by the way, for example, I know that my vision already expanded quite a few versions, and still every day so excited. That's the best part of the life. It's like, as a creator, your imagination, your vision, and your understanding of your core expands, and so your dream and vision will expand as well. and that make you feel like every day it's unlimited. Every day is like full of more potential and it's infinite. And that's the best part of it, okay? As a creator, you were born. So, so the first one, you want to recall what's your childhood dream and see if it's still your some like tricks, how to say that, some tricks or some how to say that, some characteristics from your original dream are still make you excited, right? Like I love to teach people, I love to sharing with people, I love to inspire people. And that's a part from the teacher expanded, right? Like to today. And from there, from a childhood dream, say where you are now. What is your new dream and new vision? Sometimes I would call what's your ultimate dream, ultimate vision, like from today, what you can say. And of course, tomorrow and maybe next year, your your ultimate dream and vision will expand as well. Okay, so don't worry, but just focus on now where you can see your ultimate dream and vision will become, will be. Okay, who you would like eventually become, what kind of what kind of things you would be doing. And that's where every day I've been doing to expand. So I would encourage you to now write down your new dream and vision. Some people, maybe some entrepreneurs, especially like through so many ups and downs, right? Pandemic is a big challenge for so many businesses. I know quite some like entrepreneurs and business, they may be closed or like their growth got handled and they couldn't, and some of them even like how to say shrank, all these kind of challenges. But still, do you know how many people, when they do not give up, when they can still keep challenging themselves to expand, even expand their vision, even during the pandemic? Like Tony Robbins, he used to be like a very traditional business model. It's really like live events, right? All live events. Because of pandemic, he had to cancel all the live events over 1 year, over 1 year of schedules. But guess what? He did not let it stop him there. He did not let this like a reality limiting his imaginations. Eventually, what did he create? He created his 360-degree studio. That studio made and he's for his first time to eventually open his mind and to try virtual things because he's old school. He loved like live events and personal interaction with people, and to see all this kind of like raving fans, right, yelling and jumping in front of him. And now with the virtual world, and he did not let his imagination stop there, and he went through that kind of a 360-degree the studio, the virtual studio. He put a Zoom. They enabled dozens of thousands of people to attend the Zoom virtual events, live events at the same time. And even better than live events, I know eventually he will still want to do live events, but that virtual one, the benefits is what? Like people can bring their family members, bring their dogs, bring their pets, bring their friends all together to attend. And they when they turn on the video, if they do not add their virtual video, virtual background, you can see their family, their home environment, everything. That's so much more fun, like because you really see people in their real life, right? Uh, that's a great fun for him. See, so he eventually get into from the real like live events into the virtual world and embrace this new idea and embrace the even more raving fans worldwide. I believe his business like really like even grow like through the pandemic, right? So that's a great idea for you. No matter what you're experiencing, it doesn't matter if it's pandemic or other things like either like handled your progress. Don't give up. Don't be like really disappointed, because if you can really allow your imagination get out of that box, get out of your current comfort zone, if you really take like any kind of difficulties as your opportunities, any challenges really as your opportunities, you will really get to the next level. So I would encourage you, like if you are still not inspired enough, I would encourage you to find your role models. Who are your role models? To watch them and to follow them, to see how they are dealing with their challenges, how they are getting out of their comfort zone. Because no matter how successful you are, even the most successful people, they also have their ounce of, like for us maybe ounce of, for there is like tons of challenges as well. Like the more successful you are, the challenges you experience is the higher level, right? So don't worry, everyone get their plates of challenges. Okay, so watch them how they are overcoming challenges and handling maybe like competitions in the market and okay, the pandemic conditions, all these kind of limitations, how they get out of it, how they even like break through and get to the next level. Okay, so get some inspirations from there, and then start to imagine and expand your ignite. First is like ignite your dream and vision first. And the best way is not just to think and not just to imagine. That's great, right? To imagine. But after you do all this kind of imagination in your mind, in your like mind eyes, right? You want to write it down. Write it down is the first step. Okay, write it down. And John Ashraf said, he's by the way, he's also a big fan of visions, and he encouraged people to write down your goals. Even start just with some goals. If it's not like ultimate dream and a big vision, it's okay. Just start with some like basic goals that you can think of. Okay, if you're really like challenging with some like rich imaginations, just write down some goals, at least like how to say months or even like 1 year from now. Give yourself some like stretching. Write that down. That's a second step. Okay, write down some of your new goals, new dream, new vision. What's the third step? Third step is the most fun part. What we call that? It's some colorful thing, some visual things. I'm not sure if you are a visual person. I am. I love anything with colors, with like I can see it. Okay, so that's why people love videos, right? Love videos because like even like just one image is much better than just a text, right? So the third step is your vision board. Comment, please comment below my this video. Let me know. Have you ever owned your own vision board? Ever? Have you already got your vision board or have never started yet? Let me know. Okay, comment. You can say never or I've already got one or even two, right? Or how many years you can write down how many years you are experienced with your vision board. Okay, I'm just curious, want to learn. And the record so far I could find from my own vision board is from 2012. That's till so far I could find. I started my coaching business 2009, so my earliest vision board version is 2012. That's what I could find. So that means like 3 years into my coaching business, I started to create my vision board. But till today, it's already 9 years, right? 9 years. I've already been creating my vision board, and now I get new different versions. I hope this. By the way, I try to use Facebook because it's not like a Zoom. I try to use this like a screen sharing, but it sounds like it's not so effective like Zoom. So I'm not sharing it so far. But you can search online if you can see vision board. You search just vision board, you can see so many versions, right? So many beautiful versions, and some maybe not so good. Okay, if it's too messy, I do not recommend you to learn that. But some great ones, if you really feel like it's quite great, organized, and quite inspiring, and it's quite easy to implement, to help you to like to imagine and take actions, that will be a great one. Okay, some basic evaluation for a good vision board. Okay, so I want you today to start think about what kind of vision board you can create. Even though you may created some versions before, I would encourage you to review it to see if you can update it. I just updated, for example, I 2020 I had a version, and then this year I had one, and just this weekend through this weekend, because I want to share more information about this topic, I updated my version again. And like vision, sometimes it just maybe some pictures or some like words you want to adjust a little bit, and some like the vision expanded recently. Because I've been teaching and sharing this topic, I just found my imagination and vision is so active, and almost like every day, like some days I get some like new sparkles, and I say, gosh, I should catch this and put it into my vision board. Just keep it evolving. Okay, so that's a third step. And today I just prepared like simple 5 steps for you how to let your dream and vision fly again. Okay, so that's a vision board. Make sure that you search online if you want to learn more. Definitely, I have this course called Abundant Creators. In our first course, It's our deep discovery. We will help you clarify your ultimate purpose. And from there, your vision and the design your vision board. We have so many examples. And by the way, I've started my connection. I've already so far connected dozens of my clients, my students, a vision board. I love that. It's my new hobby. Okay, so if you want to get further help, and just contact me, let me know. Okay, if you just simply search online, you can find so many copies and find some copy maybe you like. But the most important thing is really like reignite your imagination and write that thing down. Write your like goals, your dream, your vision down, and then from there organize. There are two ways, by the way. Quite some people did not get this kind of secret. Okay, I want to share with you two ways to simply organize your vision board. It's like one way is by how to say, the timeline. Okay, by the timeline. For example, you could imagine in 3 years or 5 years what you want to become, in 10 years what you want to fulfill, and then even beyond that. Okay, it's just like by your imagination sometimes works from closer to you, near to you, and too far away, right? That's just like a human nature, logical way. From nearby you can think, and maybe by the end of this year, right, or maybe by the end of this month, what do you want to do, and then next year or 5 years later, and even around 10 years later. Okay, so just, and the further you go, maybe a more blurred, like not very clear to you, right? But closer to you, more clear, just like our side, our vision side. So write down those ones from the short term to mid term to long term, and then you can turn that into your vision board and find those pictures align with your dreams, with your goals, and put them into like in the orders and into your vision board. I would suggest like a bigger board. Let's say what's the size, like seven what's the normal size? I forgot. The board is like this size. It's just like some boards you can put on the wall, and some you can stand on your ground. So those bigger ones, okay, not small, not like a A4 paper. That's too small. Um, it's better to find a bigger board, okay? Just like for the students do their reading project, and they have the bigger board, okay? Or some you can use that folding board, like the three folding boards. So when you cover it, you cannot see it, but you open it, it's just like a construction building there. You can see the middle, the bigger board, and the two sides. Okay, so choose something you feel comfortable, you feel great, and put your goals by the first way is by the timeline, right? The second way, what's the second way? Second way, focus on your divided by categories. Think about your life. Like in our like in any life coaching, people will know about the life wheels, right? The life they can category put into a category of 6 or 7 categories, or even sometimes 8 categories, but not too many. Okay, I want you to have some focus, because there are too many aspects you want to cover, and then sometimes you lose the focus and lose the power, right? Clarity. So choose a few areas that is especially important, means importantly to you. For example, your lifestyle, right? Or your personal development, and your relationships, your finance, or your career. The finance is normally after your career or your business, right? If you have already created your entrepreneurship and business, you want say, oh, this area where I want to go, what eventually I want to achieve. Okay, so like coaching, mentoring is my passion, so I have a big vision in this area. And other area, what's it, for example, lifestyle, or you can put say like fun, or adventure, or creativity, like all these kind of different categories. Then you create your vision board by those categories. Okay, find the related pictures, or you can use, by the way, you can either use magazines pictures, put a physical board to touch cut those pictures, attach on a physical board, right? That's the easy way. Another way is like a new technology way. You can use a computer to design even better, like a more fancy kind of a vision board. And then by the way, you can use what you can use it. So far I use the two kind of a tools for free. Online you can use pigmonkey.com, right? That's a free application. Of course I bought it with a pro level of function, but for beginners, you can just use their free level function. Okay, another one is Canva. Canva is quite popular. Canva.com is a little bit more advanced application. You can use the free copy as well. Can design my kids, my daughter and my son. I just showed them, and some of other students like globally, I showed them, and they designed there. Oh, by the way, recently I did like a non-profit event. I was invited by a nonprofit organization, like Hope for the Silent Voices. They invited me to teach their students, like those vulnerable kids. Some of them are orphans, and some of them are disabled kids. I taught them about their dreams and their vision boards. I was so touched by their beautiful, even though they do not have like a great family or enough resources, but those kids, they have so naive and innocent smiles and gratitude. And after I taught them, they followed instructions. Within 1 week, they created beautiful, beautiful vision boards, and I collected them into my collection. And it's beautiful. Some of them want to be, let's say, want to be like models, want to be teachers, want to be singers, want to be entrepreneurs. One of them want to be like designers, like arts designer. Some of them want to be baker, and some of them want to open their own nursery house for the seniors. Wow, it's so beautiful. I was so inspired. And some even want to be the lady, let's say Miss Universe. How do you call that? Lady Universe or Miss Universe? For those those competition to become like selected ladies, right? Wow, those beautiful, beautiful dreams, and they put it into a vision board, and now it's inspiring them. I feel so happy that I could contribute a little bit to help those kids to, in that limited resources environment. And now that country is locked down because of a pandemic, but because of this teaching and this like dream and vision board, and they are so happy, they're getting inspired, and now they have their created a vision board, and every day they're looking at it to work for their dreams. So I'm so happy. So this is super powerful. I would encourage you, no matter what kind of situation you are in, you, really, really do not let your imagination and dream die. Never. Because that's the most precious thing of every life. And for our human beings, our life is, much more advanced than all other species, because we have heart, we have mind, we have spirit, we have dreams, we have imaginations, we are creators. That's differentiate us from other species, all the species, right? So yeah, so and by the way, the earlier I mentioned about John Ashraf, right? He's one of the most successful mentors and also like successful entrepreneurs, business owners. He had many like manifestation stories about how from his vision board he manifested his, for example, his business, his fancy, beautiful like a how do you call that, a mansion, his building, and then eventually he's a quantum mind success kind of institute, all these kind of things. He used a vision board to help him to fulfill. And me personally, I have so many great stories about my manifestation of my vision board as well, including my my living environment. Now I'm in a beautiful Forest Hills community, garden community in New York City, in the Queensboro, and this is part of my part of my manifestation, I should say. And in earlier, quite a few years ago, when I was in Orlando, I also fulfilled my beautiful, beautiful house, and by a lake, by a golf course, and with deck, with beautiful swimming pool, everything. And I manifested so many things, including my coaching, including my authors. I wrote my book, become the best published author, and also my speaking. I got a award reward. How to say award speaking? Oh gosh, like awarded speakers on the Nasdaq and on the Harvard Club of Boston. All this, and now I have my vision. It just expanded, right? All these kind of things just manifested step by step. Some of them, when I record them, maybe take quite a few years, right? Some of them maybe take a shorter time, some take a longer time, and some other like ultimate vision maybe take even longer time. But I have the patience. So, but it definitely worked. It worked. Okay, so believe that your vision board will do a beautiful things for you. Okay, so if you have never experienced this, try it. Really try, not try it, I should not say try it. Commit to it. Really commit to it and believe in it and create it. And then I hope that quite soon you will have your manifestation to support your imagination. Okay, so now number 4. Okay, I want how much time I'm using here. Number 4, how can you, after you create, for example, after creating your vision board, how could you really make it fulfill? You do not just create a vision board and put it there and think that it will automatically fulfill. No, you are the creator. The vision board is just a tool. It's a powerful tool, okay? Powerful tool. But you as a creator, you need to make it happen. Manifest it, okay? Through your imagination, through your visualization, through your intention, through your belief, and through your daily action. Okay, so this is super important. It's really like I have a practice every day that helped me to fulfill my dream step by step. It's really like the best one is your morning or night routine. Morning and night routine, okay, those ones will help you. I have my abundance meditation and activation practice every day. Every morning I've been doing that, and that helped me to revisit my vision every day. And majority of the time, my vision expanded because of this practice. Because I focus on my vision, put my intention on it, keep practicing it, visualize it, and it expands. And every time I get a new inspirations, I will add into my existing vision board. So this practice is super important. And by the way, if you are interested in it, it's quite a profound practice. It's not like a simply like other meditation free available on the YouTube. You can just easily search for that. It's totally different. So if you want really, I have a 4 steps, 4 step of the practice we call abundance meditation and activation. I integrate all the best advanced learning and teaching in the coaching and mentoring industry, and plus my years, over 7 years of daily practice together. And I created this abundance meditation and activation. So if you are interested in, contact me, let me know, and I could share with you how to access it. Okay, and including our abundant creators program as well, how we can help you in depth discover your vision, your purpose, and create it into a tangible things you can see every day, and use the abundance meditation every day to practice it. And now the step 5 is really be the creator, take action. You do not just be like a daydreamer. The any dreamer, the dream will only keep in your mind, but eventually the dream or the vision become the reality through your everyday inspired action, following that vision, following that dream. Okay, so this is super important. Eventually the actor, I should say the action takers create the reality and help your vision manifest faster. Okay, so that's for today. I want to wrap up here, give you some space to think about how you can use today's teaching to really create some momentum, because today is all about the momentum. Monday momentum will decide the rest of your week, and every week if you keep this kind of momentum, you will create wonderful things, differentiate yourself from all the rest, mediocre people who do not imagine, who do not learn, who do not take actions. Okay, so let me know what kind of, these 5 steps from your child, like recall your childhood dream and first dream, and how far you are from it, or what you've already achieved following that trait. And then second is what's your new dream and new vision, write it down. And then 3 is really design and create your vision board by the 2 ways, right? Timeline or the categories, or you can combine both, right? Both timeline also by categories. And then number 4 is like use the daily practice like abundance meditation activation to make it manifest faster. And number 5, really be the creator and action taker to make it happen. Okay, so what's your best learning and inspiration from today? I would love to hear from you. Okay, now it's your turn. You can comment, by the way, if you can write it down and comment and share, that will help your mind to start the initial step, and will make everything from it. Okay, so make sure that you will comment and let me know what's your best learning and what kind of actions you want to take. And if you want to further your learning and want to really be guided to make it happen for you and make it really happen more effectively for yourself and quickly for yourself for your success, ask me for the abundance meditation and activation program, and also our abundant creators to help you create your vision board and create greater things for your entrepreneurship. Okay, everyone, hope you enjoyed today's session and keep in touch and wish everyone have a wonderful week. I will see you next Momentum Monday. Thank you. Bye bye.